Wait, wait. Yes, we are. Hello. What's up, Tracy Perry? I like your
Oh,
dance.
thank you. We
I
have
like your
no
dance.
music, but
Is it? I hear the music.
right? You hear it in your head.
I hear the music. That's why we get along. That's why some people are
That's
like,
good.
"What? I don't. We hear the music."
Yeah.
How are you tonight?
I'm really good. Thank you for asking. And
You look.
thank you
You
for asking me to come on here with you tonight.
honestly, I'll be completely honest with you. The way that I got wrapped into this was ultimately through you, through Disney Nature Preserve, then to Bill Keevan, and then he invited us to be a part of the Mensa convention. I think 3 years ago. So ultimately, this has come full circle because now the very reason that we're even going to the Mensa convention ultimately comes down to Tracy Perry,
It
and
really,
how
I like to
you
bring
have
people
introduced us
together.
to so many. Oh, you brought two Bills together. I will say, I love Bill Keevan. He's one of my
Yes.
favorite people. He's one of
He's
my favorite people.
he's one of mine as well. And you and
I
I
hope
have
so.
have had a nice building of our relationship too. And we've got to do a play together and hopefully we do another one in the future because it was so much fun to work with you and you're just such
Listen,
a professional and we had so much fun doing that.
it was a lot of fun. I think one of my favorite moments, and I kind of predicted the future. I was happy I was able to do this, but I've been in plays before, and I know what it's like, and you know what you miss. And I remember thinking, okay, like the moments that I miss the most are not on stage. They're off stage just before you go on stage. So one of my favorite moments in the last play that we did, Covetous Sin, was chatting with you just the moments before like you walked out and you did your thing was just standing back there because it was just us. That was it. And you're the first one out on stage. I think Bill is kind of meandering maybe,
Yeah.
but he's not prominent on stage. Like there goes medium rare. She's prominent on stage. So those little
Yeah.
moments I miss. And when we were together last, me, you and Bill, we were hanging out. I think it was at Brian's. You had brought up the opportunity or the idea of having that show again
I want to do that
and
show
and
again.
and doing it. It doesn't have to be at Fringe. We can do it whenever. I thought it was a great show. I would love to reprise
Yeah.
Inspector James Gidget, Chief Inspector James Gidget. It was fantastic. It was so
Well,
much
I'm
fun.
hoping to do it again. And just today, I now for those of you that maybe know, maybe don't know, we were not able to get into the Fringe this year. It's a lottery. We
It
got
is.
into it for 3 years. We were very lucky. We didn't get in it this year, but
Last year we were first, right?
we have a script which I
I
got in
do.
my hot little hands just today, printed. Like it's fresh off. I can smell the
Okay.
ups.
So then
And
we put a team together and we find a theater and we perform it.
well, I'm hoping that when
Like Dr.
we're going to talk
Phillips.
about Mensa, we're
Ooh.
going to have a reading of this on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. If you're available, please, we'd love you to, because you're
Yeah,
part
listen,
Inspector Gidget.
I eat a lot of snacks at the Mensa convention and I drink a lot of sugar.
There's a lot of
Uh,
food.
there's and the table's just lined with food.
It's
It's
unbelievable.
perfect. It's very
You
interesting.
got your Pop Tarts, a whole section of
It's
Pop Tarts alone.
that's
What
fantastic.
you can't beat that. You
That's
can't
one of
beat
my
that.
favorite things. What up, Chapman?
And I
Chris
can't
Chapman in
believe
the
this
house
is
tonight.
the
Mama Floyd, Kyle Nunez. Good to see you
Mama
guys.
Floyd.
Good
I
to see
can't
you
see the
guys.
comments. Maybe I've got mine on the wrong. Oh, there the comments are. Okay.
Hello, comments. I see you
Hello,
now.
comments.
So this Friday will be the first, second, third, the third or fourth? Third? This
For
will be the
you, the
third.
third, I
For me,
believe,
the third.
right?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think myself and the great Commodore did it. I think myself and Jay did it once,
Yep.
and then I did it by myself. But the Commodore came last year. He joined us and he
Yep.
hung out for a little bit, played a jam, and then we're coming back this Friday.
This
We're
Friday.
we're
No,
back
next
again, which is
Friday,
next Friday.
the
I
12th.
thought it was the 12th.
It is. Well, that's not this coming Friday. 8, 9,
Yeah, it
10,
is.
11. Oh, maybe it is. Is it this Friday?
That's what Bill told me. That
Wait, that's what
listen.
I have written down on my little
Okay,
piece of
good.
paper there. Why do I think it's next? I'm so screwed up, man.
It's
Whatever
okay.
it is, I'll be there. I just don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 12th. 'Cause I wrote down 12th through the 14th.
Here's the number right here. I see the number right here. It is the month for Mensa, and I was talking to Bill today. He said this is the regional annual gathering of Mensa members, the members of Mensa.
They wait all year for this. These
They wait all
people.
year. They get together and they party and they just play oodles and oodles of different tabletop games. You know,
And just, a little disclaimer here before I say anything about Mensa. I am not a member. And
yeah.
people that know me will know that.
Me neither. Me
Like,
neither.
I
We
don't
could be
claim to
Tracy.
be.
We
If we
could be, but
wanted
they
to.
they they
Okay.
have they were born at the feet of fire of Icarus. Like this is where they came from. They're etched from a different
Yeah.
cloth. And like, and I will say this: the first year we played, the response that we had gotten because we kind of you as a musician or performer, you always kind of are curious about the response of the audience. And during the show, they were very quiet. Most of them didn't look up. Most of them didn't acknowledge songs, and that's okay. It's no problem. We're here to just entertain whoever wants to be entertained and provide some background music. No problem. Cool. So at the end of the show, pretty quiet, the great Commodore and I start kind of packing up, and man, here they come. They all come up one by one with the most heartfelt, like, thank yous. Thank you so much. The third song that you sang, when it got into the second part of that second verse, was unbelievable. Did you write that? I'm going, people are listening?
I was going to say, you were listening?
Oh,
that's so great.
At first I thought they're going to start throwing Cheetos at us. Like, they do not, like, because they weren't responding at all. I didn't know. I had no idea. But man, just the most heartfelt people.
Yeah.
The absolute most heartfelt people. Last year it was still a little bit of a transition because it was exactly the same, but I already knew, like, it's prepared. Okay. Yeah, I was already prepared.
Yeah, they're kind of quiet. Obviously, always just thinking, their little brain's always going. Yeah. And so I was, when Cruising. I say I'm not a member of Mensa today, I said, all right, I'm going to find out a few facts about Mensa just so I could have something.
We love Mensa facts. So however, we are both here because Bill is a part of Mensa. What's up, Joni? Bill is a part of Mensa. Is he the guy of the Central Florida Mensa?
He is, well, with the conference, he always helps organize and the speakers. He's kind of like the conference planner.
That makes sense. That's Bill.
And he's there running around for 3 days, just making sure this one's in the right room, that one's in the right room. And then he's going to do a tea tasting. He'll do a couple things too on his own.
Now, Bill owned a tea shop at one point in his life, didn't he?
He did. The Old Cup and Salsa.
I would love to learn about tea from Bill. I bet his knowledge is just fascinating.
You just utter those words to him, and he'll be like,
We should do like I would love to do like
heaven.
A proper tea service for a KitchenKillaz Friday night. Like, I mean, we're on KitchenKillaz, so I'm always going to promote KitchenKillaz, and the fact that it's just my addiction to food and delicious things.
Can we make them hot toddies and give like tea with like whatever whiskey put in there?
I think, yeah. I whatever Bill does, we got to toss a little sauce in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to make it saucy.
We don't have to
I know
say
my
anything.
friend Angel, who just got back from London, and she's like, "We did high tea in this fancy hotel," and she's showing me a picture. Let me show you the picture.
Wait, Angel?
Of coffee.
Angel.
Angel.
I have a crush on Angel. She's so sweet. She says, so what if she has a couple years on me? You stop it. Stop it.
I know. Older women, we know stuff.
You know stuff.
We know what you guys like. That's the kind of the one advantage.
I love Angel. Angel's fantastic. She's perfectly chaotic.
While I was looking for Mensa information, I stumbled upon some intelligence tests, and I said, take your test. I said, okay. Take my test. I clicked the little thing, and I'm in my office, by the way, and I'm doing this test, and I'm being timed, and it's all these like, which numbers follows in the sequence, and you got to figure it out, and which pattern is, it's puzzles and stuff and brain, stuff. So my colleague was like, can you come out here, Tracy, and help me? I was like, in a couple minutes. I didn't tell her I'm doing an intelligence test right now.
I need to concentrate. You're breaking my concentration.
Not now. So I finish it.
Listen, I don't want to do work at work. What are you talking about?
To do actual
I need
work.
to take this intelligence test. If you think about it, this is genuinely best for your work environment because you get to let them know, like, hey, I'm working on my education, my intelligence, my growth, my time, being able to answer questions faster, more efficiently. This is going to make me a smarter, more efficient and effective person in life, which will trickle down to me being a more phenomenal employee. You're welcome. I'm not even charging you extra for this.
You should be paying. So anyways, I took the test, and I'm like, I did pretty well, I think. Get your results. Click. Please pay us $19.95 to get your results. It's like, I already know I'm smart.
See, the thing they do is now they got you emotionally involved. That's messed up. They got you emotionally involved because you know how smart I am and I don't, and you're going to tell me, and I really need to know this. And $20, is $20 worth knowing? Yeah, it's just $20. It's no big deal. Like, I got to know.
It's like a couple cocktails,
And when you're behind a paywall like that, how can I trust your answers? How can I trust?
I just X'd out of it. I said, screw it. I'm very smart.
But you felt good. You felt good.
Not really. I felt like a sucker, kind of. I had
my
brain.
You said you felt like you did a great job. Like you felt like you were like, oh yeah, I'm smart. I'm brilliant. Oh, yeah. I'm brilliant. Like I know you. Listen, I don't need you don't need my $19.95 to tell me I'm a brilliant person. Get out of here. You're fired. Get out of here. We got some good people in here. We got Chef B in here, and I will say this before we get on to the facts because I wanted to say hello. Joni Rodriguez, troublemaker. Chris Chapman, double troublemaker. Mama Floyd, Kyle Nunez. Michelle Hess probably rocking around inside here somewhere. Chef B, I just got off the phone with him. On January 26th, we are having our first annual Meatloaf mayhem mashup.
Oh, you mentioned
So
that
we
to me.
have, oh
Yes.
man, we have 3, possibly 4 contenders. Now, Tyler Garrettson, this is his fault. He asked me for this 3 months in a row. And I was like, this guy's so passionate about doing this. He asked me months and months and months ago, yo, we should do a meatloaf series or a meatloaf show. And I go, all right, that's a great idea. Totally cool. A month later, he's like, yo, dude, did you think about that meatloaf show?
You're like, yeah, I'm learning all his songs.
I'm like, all right,
I've got
right?
all his songs
I'm like,
memorized.
and I will do. He's talking about murdering a guy. Anyway, back to it. So I was like, wow, he really wants to do this. And then another month later, he came to another show, and they come to the shows. And I love the people that spend some time and they come out here. And like you and Mary Lou, oh, Mary Lou, you guys have been out here many times. It's always wonderful to see you guys here. You make the night even better. So Tyler's been here now 3 times in a row. Yo, what about that meatloaf, bro? We doing some meatloaf? And I go, you know what? Let's do it. Pick a date. So we picked January 26th. I go, you're really confident? He goes, dude, I make the best meatloaf of all meatloaf. And
Well,
I
now,
go,
okay.
I said, that's a bold statement, Cotton.
That's really
I said, listen, like, we are very fortunate to be part of a community that has some incredible creators. And one of them is Chef Dane Brevoort, who is a chef and the culinary head at Lyman High School. So I go, Tyler, I can bring in some Titans, dude. Like, I hope you're ready for some competition because you're about to get competed on.
The funny thing is, we saw that chef from Lyman High School the other night in Agave Azul. Bill and I are sitting at the bar. We said, hey, him and his wife or girlfriend. And yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Hi,
I know
Billy.
him from.
Hi, lady. When can we double date? So, if I can be the 5th wheel, sign me up, baby. I'm an open mind.
5 is a good number. It's not,
That's a
can make that
great
work.
number. We can make. Think how versatile a truck is when it has a 5th wheel. It can do so much more. Like,
I've noticed a trend in your shows.
Really?
The cook-offs. We got the
Oh, yeah.
coquito, we got the chili coming up, and now we have the meatloaf.
And I will
This is
say
becoming
this.
like a competition show.
One of the things, and Michelle and I actually talked about this last week, like we changed the schedule coming into this season just because when the Commodore stepped away, big shoes to fill, huge shoes to fill. I said, man, I wonder if I can keep going with the energy for a year. After a year, I was burnout. I was like, yo, I need some time. So I took 2 months off. We changed the schedule a little bit. Michelle had asked me, and a couple of people had asked me, what happens if you get a request for a show that's on an off night? I said, listen, if there's a demand, we will supply. If there's not a demand, we won't supply.
That's how supply and demand works, right?
That's how it
I
works.
demand it, and then you supply it.
And I supply it. Exactly. I'm a pleaser. So it's the same thing with music and albums. Like I'll put an album together and put a record together, but I'm not going to press 500 of them. And discs are kind of out now. I'm not going to press them if people aren't going to buy them. And it's not just for me. Or I would just get 10 made. Look at that,
for
kitty.
Venus.
Can we resin or 3D print Venus? Because I would like a little animatronic Venus of my own, please. You can download her consciousness into like a flash drive, and
She likes to dance.
she is a dancer. She's like her mama.
She does interpretive dance like Eliza.
Get out of here.
Her little.
Get out of here. Uh-oh. What's up, Carolyn? Oh, Carolyn's in the house too.
Auntie Carolyn.
Auntie Carolyn and Carolyn Ann. Carolyn Ann Keevan and Carolyn Geneva Rowe or Rue? Rue. What fantastic
like the
names.
Thickening of a stew.
She can thicken my stew. Sorry, I said that out loud.
You'll
It's
see
well
her, 'cause
after 9:30.
You're going to be here in March, the end of March,
Oh yeah.
for my birthday for a show.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Auntie Carolyn and my mom, Betty Lou, who you haven't met, will be here. So that'll,
Now she was supposed to come for the anniversary show, but something happened. She wasn't able to.
I don't know if somebody was sick or something happened. I don't even remember, but there was a lot of
Jeez, how
drama.
selfish of them to get sick.
Rude. It's just quite
Rude.
downright rude.
Get sick the next weekend. Don't you understand?
Come on.
We're family. This is our family reunion once a year. And you got to get sick. The gall, the absolute nerve.
Well, I was going to say next year, but no, it'll actually be this year. But the next anniversary show, we'll get them down.
Man, I was worried you were going to be like, Billy, they actually passed away. And I would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Dude, you would have got me. It just
Billy,
forget the comedic value. I would have done that.
I'd have been Billy, they're in a better place.
Oh my God.
Massachusetts.
Wait, what? Season's way better up there. Way better up there. Okay, I'm sorry. Mensa
like 2
facts.
feet of snow right now.
Right now.
Okay, Mensa.
Dude,
Do you know what?
Mensa.
Okay, let's do a quiz. Do you know what Mensa stands for?
I do not.
So it's not an acronym or anything like that. It's Latin for table, because it was organized as a round table society that would where ethnicity, color, creed, origin of existence, national origin, age, politics, and social background were completely irrelevant.
Interesting.
The only thing that was relevant is that you are in the upper 2% of the general population in, brain power on an
Pop.
improved Mensa intelligence test.
Now, there are many tests, or is there just one test?
No, there's a few tests. I don't know how many, but there's more than one that have been approved by Mensa.
Like different types of tests? Like, is it just different questions or just different, like, methodologies?
I think they're all the same type of questions.
Interesting.
Yeah. The one I took today was a lot of visual stuff. Like, it's hard to explain it, but...
But you felt pretty good.
I felt good.
How long did it take you?
I didn't feel $20 worth of good to find out.
$19.95, Tracy.
Took me like 11 minutes.
That's not bad. Mama Floyd had a question. She says, Tracy, is that a police car with the lights flashing behind you? Yes, what you guys don't know is they're actually trying to serve a warrant right now, and Tracy refuses to unlock the door.
I'm kind of busy right now.
She's like, we'll be with you when we're ready.
I know, I should probably, that's distracting, right? That's part of our Christmas lights.
Don't you know what's going on right now, officer?
The tree was right there. Now it's gone.
Dude, I got to say, the train was beautiful. That was a gorgeous tree.
The tree was nice, right?
Tree was great. Everything was great. Wasn't there a train underneath? And you guys have some cool stuff?
It was a train, the Disney train.
That was super cool.
It didn't go around, though, because Bill didn't put the tracks quite correct. So I tried to run it, and then they all
Wait a minute. He's in Mensa, and he didn't get a circle?
His father was an engineer, worked on the railroad, and he couldn't put the damn thing together.
He has to be resisting the power. There's no way that he doesn't know how to do it. He just refused. It's like his dad used to just yell at him about it. He's like, I refuse. I'm not going to do it ever. So facts about Mensa.
Oh, okay. So I just gave you a few. It was founded in 1946.
Okay.
So it's been around a while.
What's up, Sandy?
By two gentlemen who met on a train. One was, I don't know what he was, but he was some kind of businessman, and the other one was a scientist. And they were both very smart, and they started talking and like-minded. They said there should be a group for people that are smart as us.
Smart as we are.
Smart as we are.
We are brilliant people.
I don't know what this accent is. It's kind of like...
We shall create a test.
We are smart and we should form a club.
We will form a club. Just the two of us right now. We'll test everyone else. Let's give them random numbers. Let's get drunk and give them random numbers and have them figure out the pattern.
It's like those when you're going onto a website and they're like, click, all the cars.
The two-factor, the multi-factor. Yeah. Everywhere there's a motorcycle.
They're like, do it another one. Do it again.
They're like, we should give them 9 squares, and we'll put a motorcycle in like 4 of them. But there's a little tiny piece of the tire in one. They'll fail. Ha! Idiots. Look. No, that's not true at all. This is total. We're making this up just for everybody.
Well, it was founded by the two guys who just happened to be sitting together on the train. They met on a train.
That's awesome.
And started chatting, and then they formed this group. And they're a unique bunch of people. I don't know about the ones that formed it, but the ones like when you go now, like you said, they're kind of quiet.
Yeah, they're quiet. They're quiet. It's how I want to be. It's how I want to live my life.
They're smart. It's a big part. I don't think they walk around saying, I'm smart, but they're very proud of their smartness. Now, can they make an omelet?
Some people
I don't know.
Yeah,
they may not be able to make an omelet.
It's possible.
But they can do quadratic equations.
Yeah, sometimes the most brilliant people on the face of the planet can't do the simplest of things. I imagine if you Google that, you'd get a list. A website with a list of incredibly brilliant people that couldn't do simple things. .com.
Yeah.
What's up, Nate Dogg? Dude, I will say this. Real shout out to Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Meatloaf Mayhem. This man is passionate. I learned what layered meatloaf was because of Nathan. He came up with our bylaws for the Meatloaf Mayhem mashup coming on the 26th. I didn't realize
layers? What's
how.
Layers?
Like exactly. Lasagna? It's of different meats and different veg and like layers of meatloaf. But one of the things was predominantly it has to be used as a sandwich. You have to be able to take a slice and put it on a sandwich, and it can't just fall to pieces. So I was like very interested. I spoke with Chef B. Chef B was like, "Yo, I'm down, 100%." Yeah. Glendale. I was going to say we wanted 3. I reached out to Glenn, and Glenn's incredible. Glenn's amazing. Glendale's absolutely. He crushed cioppino. He crushed the ribs. He crushed homemade pizza. He can make a mean meatloaf. That's a lot of M's.
That's alliteration right there.
Dude, meatloaf, bro. The meatloaf.
A mighty mean meatloaf. Mr.
Meatloaf Mayhem mashup. Sign me up, bro. Absolutely, it's going to happen. So we have Chef B. We have Nate Dogg. And we have potentially Glendale going up against Tyler, who is sure that his meatloaf is unmatched on the face of the planet. And we're bringing some titans. It's going to be fantastic.
Now, what if you're not really you don't eat meat? Like if you don't eat ground meat, like
I will say this. I think it would be interesting if we also had a vegan meatloaf mashup. I'm vegan. I'm a vegan.
vegan.
It's got an M now.
I was vegetarian for like 10 years. Well, pescatarian. I did eat seafood. And now
seafood.
I mostly eat seafood, but I do eat chicken.
Gotcha.
And
chicken's
once in a
delicious
while,
too.
a slice of pizza with pepperoni. I'm a
Every
very
now
bad
and then.
vegetarian. I'm the world's worst vegetarian. That's what
I'm a
Eliza
vegetarian
told me.
sometimes. Only sometimes.
When it's
Sometimes when I eat
convenient.
vegetables. Yeah, when it's
I
Hey,
don't-
are you
but I don't
vegetarian?
eat-
Sure.
I don't have any desire for like a steak or a burger or a pork chop or any of that. But pepperoni, that's my weakness.
We do love some pepperoni. I will say that. I will make meatloaf if Landon covers Mofro. So this is something else that I haven't even spoken with about. I was in a haze of creativity this Saturday as I leered in and out of delirium as I napped throughout the day on a lazy couch, and just I was lucid dreaming and thoughts were dancing in my head, and I thought, man, you know what? I want to be in the audience, in the crowd, during the Meatloaf Mayhem mashup. Not all the time. I want to play some jams, but I want to be able to leave and go into the crowd and talk to people and interview people. Mm-hmm. But I need somebody to play some music as well.
Well,
maybe
it just happens.
Maybe I can furnish another local musician who's like, they also are a musician. I'm like, that'd be cool to feature them. It ties into the community. It ties in. We can cross-platform.
Yes.
We can kind of meet with everybody. It'd be super cool. Have another musician come and play a little music so I can meander. We're going heavy M's. I'm going to meander meekly. Just going to meekly meander. No, not really meekly. I'm the anti-meek of meandering. So I thought, man, fantastic. Let me reach out to the truest of truths, the immediate people in my life, which is Zach Cabral, Landon Nolan, immediately. Yep. Zach's very busy. He's booked 2 years in advance. Kessler is crushing it. Reach out to Landon. Landon said, I am available on the 26th. I get done with the gig at 8 o'clock. I think I can make it. Ooh. I said, fantastic. So we're going to have not only a Meatloaf Mayhem mashup, we're also going to have Landon Nolan playing some jams that evening as well, which Chef Dane has now requested a song, I Will Make Meatloaf, if Landon covers Mofro.
What's Mofro?
I don't know what Mofro is. I was going to ask you.
My other friend.
It was an acronym.
Over there.
I like that. I like that. There was a game when I was in college called Acrophobia, and it was online. And you would log into this chat room, and every game it would drop down like a bubble with a letter in it, and it was just random letters, and you had to come up with an acronym as fast as you could. And then at the end, they would close off the timer about 30 seconds, and then everybody in the chat would vote on what was the best acronym. It was so awesome because it kept you going, man, real fast. It was called Acrophobia. It was fantastic. Somebody else has said that before. Would you say Whiplash?
Quiplash.
Quiplash.
Which is a Jackbox party game, which is so much fun. And you make. I
learned a lot of new words.
Jackbox
party game?
Show. Jackbox, yes.
Jackbox. Okay.
Well, next time you come over, we'll play a game.
Okay. Oh yeah. I love games. Games are fantastic.
It's so much fun.
I don't know what Mofro is. Chef Dane, tell us. Michelle has. Thanks, Mama Floyd. Santa gave me the colors to play with. Oh, that's right. Michelle has. She crushes the hair game.
Did you get the new hair? She got the new hair.
She's rocking it, man. She's rocking it. Kyle News, I'm also vegan. The cow I eat ate nothing but grain, corn and grass all its life.
I don't know if that's how that actually works, Kyle.
Listen, you are what you eat.
I mean,
that cow only ate grain and corn and grass. Okay.
It's a valid point.
I mean, I get where Kyle's coming from, but also that's not how it works, Kyle.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
That's not how I love that commercial. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Like, absolutely, that commercial will live forever rent-free in my mind. Forever and ever. Like,
hey, I got a question for you.
I love questions.
What are the 3 factors in the Constitution of Mensa?
Oh, wow. The 3 what is one of the factors? Let me see if I can guess another one.
Okay, so the first one is to identify and foster human intelligence for the benefit of humanity.
To identify and foster human intelligence for the benefit of humanity. I was going to go single word or double word, so I know I'm not going to get in the next 2. That was fantastic.
Okay, I'll just tell you then.
Did the 2 guys come up with this?
I don't know, actually. You're asking me a question. I want to say yes.
Yeah, let's just go with yes right now.
I'll say yeah, they did.
Until we're corrected by somebody who knows better.
On the train, they wrote it. It was very
shaky. They were on the train. They inked it on a napkin.
Did they have,
They had the
have the
inkwell.
ink quill back then? I don't know. In 46, did they have a pen like this? Probably
Pardon
not.
me, garçon, can I get some ink, please? Black or blue? Blue? Can
I've
I
got
get
to
some
write
blue
down
ink,
about how
please?
smart we are
Yes.
and how to qualify others to join
Pardon me, ma'am,
us.
can I grab a feather out of your cap real quick? I'll be right back. Thank you very much. Sir, blue ink? Yes, right here. Here, here's a linen we can write on. It wasn't
love it.
paper. They didn't waste paper back then. It was a
No,
linen.
it was
a baby
beautiful.
diaper. Hello. It had doilies. It was a doily. Maybe doilies were more popular on the train back
Doily.
then. I have no idea. So what's number 2 and number
Doily. I
3?
never understand. Okay, number 2 is encourage research in the nature, characteristics, and uses of intelligence.
Fantastic. Again, fantastic.
That's finding about, how can we use this to our benefit as
For
a
those
human
of you
race.
just joining us, we're talking about the 3...
The Constitution of Mensa has
The
3 main
Constitution
purposes.
of Mensa has 3 main purposes. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The first was foster intelligence. I love that.
Yep.
I love that. And what was the second one again?
Encourage research in nature, characteristics, and uses of intelligence.
That's Rob.
Hey, Rob, what up? Peace,
Tracy
man.
says, "What's up?" Rob is the man, the myth, and the legend. He is part of the heir. He's an heir to the Twizzler Foundation,
He
which
is not.
Yeah, the dynasty actually.
Why is he
I
hanging
think
around with you?
Listen, I'm a very lucky person. Actually, Chris Chapman introduced me to Rob, so it's Chris Chapman's fault. Which is
love
fan-
it.
so he is an heir to the Twizzler dynasty. Fantastic. Everything he does with Twizzlers. It's pretty amazing to see what he does. He's
It's all he
absolutely
eats.
fascinating.
He just eats Twizzlers all day
Yeah,
long.
he
His
shakes
teeth are rotted,
Twizzlers.
but he's like so happy.
Oh yeah, he replaced them a long time ago. He replaces. He makes everything out of. You want a chicken leg? He makes it out of Twizzlers. Like it's fantastic. But it is fantastic. His attention to detail, unbelievable. You want a saucy Twizzler chicken leg? He melts down the Twizzler into this delicious like candy and just drizzles it all over. It was fantastic. Fantastic. I agree.
I was
Michelle's
for a
has-
second
You should see
believing
his
you.
computer desk. Oh no, you should see his computer desk. All Twizzlers. The entire thing.
You get hungry, you just take a bite of your computer.
That's right.
It's beautiful.
He found a way to solidify Twizzlers using a specific emulsification technique, and he creates hard furniture made
Okay.
of Twizzlers. It's
I believe
fantastic.
he could be in Mensa.
He might be able to be in Mensa.
Smart
See,
enough to be in Mensa if he could do all that.
Nathan, you know the answer to this question. Is he going to make a dessert Twizzler meatloaf? You know he is.
He has to.
He has to.
Challenge accepted, even though I'm not him.
I'll tell Rob, congratulations, sir. You've been nominated. We don't make the decisions. Listen, you brought it up earlier. You're like, you're doing a lot of competitions. It's the community. The community is like, Tyler came up with the meatloaf challenge. The hot sauce challenge is coming up in March.
Oh, there's another challenge, the hot
That's Jeff
sauce.
and Lainey Lerner. The coquito competition was mine for alliteration specifically, but Patricio told me he made a great coquito. When he told me what coquito was, I was like, that's interesting. I told one of my friends, they're like, I make a great coquito. I was like, you both make great coquitos? How can we capitalize on this? How can we make this a Mensa thing? It would be so much fun. Yay!
We should
Coquito
do
at
a
the Mensa
coquito.
Foundation.
No, we should do a coquito tasting at Mensa maybe next year.
I think they would enjoy it. Oh, that's right. We did the fried chicken challenge as well.
They enjoy the drink at Mensa.
Yeah, we did the fried chicken challenge, and now the meatloaf mayhem mashup. Like, I'm super excited, man. Like, this one I'll do a billboard for. Like, I try to take our big shows and put them on billboards around Orlando. Like, meatloaf mayhem mashup, absolutely. That's going on the billboard.
Did you do one for tonight's show with me on there? Billboard?
I put it up there, but what happened was the people that actually regulate the images go up said you were way too hot.
Too much. It would traffic.
It would
the
distract
accidents.
drivers. Exactly. That's exactly. See, you know.
Get it.
It would distract drivers, is what I was told. They photoshopped and they sent me another version of it, and it was you, but you were just dressed all in black. You couldn't even see it, and you almost hit the scale already. Like you were right underneath the precipice of we can't do this anymore.
So much.
You were right
so
there,
much
and I went.
beauty. You think it's easy to walk around looking like this?
No, I don't. I don't think it's easy to walk around looking like that. I just don't. You know.
That's why I got the fuzz out there.
I got the
Coming to come get me.
They're just waiting patiently.
She's too beautiful. Lock her up.
We can't mess up the show. She's on camera under the lights, baby. You don't want to mess with that. That's Tracy Perry, Queen. Can't mess with that.
All right. Do you want to know the third? The Constitution?
I do.
Okay. Now this one is a good one. This is the last one. I know you're happy. Provide a stimulating intellectual and social environment for members.
I like that.
You
I
could read
think
into that a few different ways, I think.
I agree. How would a Mensa member read into it?
Stimulating, like it's challenging to their brain, like it's
Yeah,
a,
logical.
like a puzzle they've got to figure
Yeah,
out.
I think that's actually if anybody does find themselves at a Mensa convention, that's something that I think we were talking about that before. Like, they don't necessarily they're not necessarily boasting,
Hmm.
but they're also so wise and so smart about so many different things. It almost sounds like they are when they're just naturally speaking because they
Hmm.
know so much and they're so passionate about it. It's not just knowledge; they're like passionate about the
Hmm.
that they know. They're like just enthused, and I'm like, man, these are some
And
smart
they want to
people.
know more. They don't.
They
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 don't
are
think
so
like
thirsty.
the thing is they don't think they're the smartest one in the room, which is always good. They
Well,
want to know
I think
more.
that's one of the reasons that some people in the world they're not as outgoing because they don't necessarily know. Like they don't 100% know. Like I've been there myself where I'm like I don't know how I mix into this crowd. I don't know how I mix into this group. Like if I just stand here and say nothing to anybody, I won't get rejected. I won't get hurt. I won't get pushed aside. So I'll just be quiet, and I just
Yeah.
won't say anything, But in reality, and it's very similar every time I play this show. In reality, the quiet is that I initially suspected was disinterest was
Hmm.
actually them listening intently to everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we had a couple people come up and break down the music theory behind what Jay and I were doing. One guy came up and he's like, "I loved when you guys did this and this, and you did this, and he brought this, and then you settled that out from the bottom. That was fantastic."
Wow.
And Jay and I are like, "Wow, dude, we didn't even know we did that. Thank you. You make us sound like good musicians. We made that shit up. We don't know. We have no idea."
Well, you're
I
doing it
like
right.
I like that last one. They do that one. They do that when you can see that when you go when you go to the we go to these,
Yeah,
like
and
we
when
can
we
see
did,
those
so we
people.
did our reading of our show last year.
That
We
was
did our
fun.
stage reading. It was really fun, and the people that volunteered to do it were fantastic. One of them was an ex theater teacher, and you could
I
tell
still
she
had
was.
her voice in my head.
I know she was so good.
Who did she read for? Who was it that she read for? Because that was the voice that whoever took that position
Dickens, maybe, I
had to
think.
beat out.
It might have
You
been
know, like
Dickens.
it might have been. Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic, dude! Everybody did such a
because I
good
kind of
job,
remember
man.
her saying, "I'm Dickens, he's Melville." I think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah. Which is awesome, dude.
so
Dude,
great.
I loved working with everybody on that stage. Patrick was probably my favorite. He should do exactly the same thing the next time we have this. Precise. Actually, it should be a longer play. He should do
Yeah.
exactly the same thing.
Well, you'll see him on Saturday if you're there for the reading.
Oh,
And I'm not playing the
I'll be
same
there.
role. I'm
I'll
switching
be
my
there.
role.
Really?
Medium rare is in this play, but there's
Oh.
a better part that I want. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
is this a sequel? I don't know.
Yes, it is. It is
Really?
kind of like a sequel, but not like you had
Okay.
to see the first one. But medium rare is a character. Inspector Gidget is a character.
Can I wear my hat?
You can wear whatever you want. You
Bill
can
loves the hat.
leave your hat on. See, I can sing. Not
You
well.
can. You know what? Let me call Landon. You're out, Bo. You're scrubbed. We're gonna give Tracy some water, and
Mhm.
we're just gonna let her go. We're just gonna let her
Tambourine is all I need.
I got two,
Tambourine, a glass of water.
and that's it. Done.
It's quite entertaining to like a 4-year-old.
Oh, hey. So listen, we were singing the other day. I was hanging out with one of my friends, and I sang. Do you remember Toys R Us? You
Oh,
know.
yeah. To be a Toys R Us kid, yeah.
Yep. I want to be a Toys R Us
Toys R Us
kid. So the
kid.
other day, I sang the song. I don't want to grow up. I'm a
I'm
Toys
a
R Us
Toys R Us
kid.
kid.
You know,
There's a million things that I can buy at Toys R Us.
there's a
Something like
million
that.
things at Toys R Us that I can play with, from bikes to trains to video
Video
games.
games.
It's the biggest toy store there is.
Gee
I don't
whiz.
want to grow up, cause if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us, couldn't be a Toys R Us, shouldn't be a Toys R Us kid. So my friend goes, wait a minute, did you just make that up? And I go, no, that's the song. They went, there's more? And I went, yeah, it's a whole song. Like, you don't notice it? Like, yeah, I only knew I want to be a Toys R Us kid. That's the only thing. I don't want to grow up, because if I did, I'm like, no, that's a full song. They go, well, you're very creative. So I thought literally in the very beginning that you were just making it up. I go, that's fair, but I will
Yeah.
never take credit for somebody else's incredible creation. I said, no,
No.
that's a full song, baby. Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
So then I
Did you
looked it
want
up
to
on
be a
YouTube.
Toys R Us kid when you were a kid? Was
I'm
that
still
your
a Toys R
dream?
Us kid, which brings me full circle. I would think the tambourine thing is fantastic because I'm a 4-year-old.
Right? It's all good.
I just walk around the world looking at everything like I'm in Toys R Us.
Hey, you know what I did at Mensa last year, which I don't know if you knew this or not, but I led a guided meditation
Oh.
Now, I had never done that before, and I volunteered because it was
How
one of my
long was it?
goals. Like, I had this goal, like I said, because I kind of wanted to do it, and I thought this is a great spot for me to do it. These people don't
Sure.
know I've never done it.
Yeah.
I've been in meditations lots of
The
times. I
buy-in is
know.
easy. You're very connected to the world, so people could easily buy in that you've done this
They
for a long
came
time.
in, I had incense, and I had nice music, and I had probably, I don't know, 8 people or so, and
That's
they'd never
fantastic.
done a meditation. And a couple of
Oh.
them came up to me and said, I've never felt this relaxed. Like, I have a heart condition, and I could literally feel my heart calm down. So I felt so
Oh.
great, but I was
Are you
nervous
doing
because
it
I was
again
like,
this
I
year?
didn't know. I'm not doing it this year.
Why not, Tracy Perry?
I don't think it's really my
You
thing.
could
I
guide
wasn't.
my meditation. I'm totally
I'll
down for
guide
that.
you, baby.
I got to say, here come the requests. Driving down the road and back again. Oh, man.
For being a friend.
My heart is pure. You're a pal and a confidant.
And
Oh,
if I
man.
threw a party
And
and
invited
invited
everyone you knew. The
you
biggest
would
gift,
see
the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, "Thank you for being a friend." Don't test us. Don't test me and Tracy Perry. We'll knock out all. TGIF television
We
shows.
can even do the just the musical, the instrumental themes to shows. We can even do that. Miami Vice, we kick ass at Miami Vice.
Listen, I want to be in that sports car they had, driving through Miami at night with the top down, just looking as cool as Don Johnson and as everybody else knows him, the other guy.
The other guy, Hubbs, Crockett, one of them. I don't know.
See, nobody knows.
Michael something or other.
What happened? He was brilliant. He was so good looking. He was fantastic.
You're right.
Incredible actor.
I don't know who he is.
I could see him in my head.
Me too.
But man,
He's got curly hair.
that was my introduction to "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins. I was introduced to the song through Miami Vice. The television show, kids. There was a movie that came out not too long ago, but there's an actual television show called Miami Vice with a young Don Johnson in a white and red sports car. It was what every guy wanted to. Look how cool that guy looks. Like, that'd be so awesome. It was him and his boy just driving around Miami solving murders. Ha! It's fantastic. It was fantastic.
Doesn't get much better than that, my friend.
So no guided meditation this year. Okay, no problem.
No, I don't. I thought I did a really good job at it.
Yeah.
Not to sound like I was great, but I was nervous and I just felt a little out of my element doing it. But
that's
really
okay.
liked it.
But sometimes things are uncomfortable, and you got to give it a moment. You got to go slow, and in a little bit, it won't feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, we'll see. If I'm there and they request it, maybe,
Oh,
again,
don't say that, because I will listen.
I will supply.
Friday night, I'm gonna have a microphone. Don't play with me.
No,
By show of hands,
don't be doing
who
that.
would like Tracy to guide their meditation?
No, I don't want to do it.
She guided the meditation of 9 people at the same time last year, and they were forever changed.
I took them to another level. Let's just say that.
Oh, Tracy Perry, I gotta say, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. We're going to be at Mensa this Friday, 9:05. We're going to be live. I'm going to be there at 8:05 because I try to get there an hour, but they're like 8 o'clock. I'm like, no, 8:05. I don't rules, lines.
Come on.
I'll be there at 8:05. But I will be there at 8:05. I have a date at Castle Door tonight with my friend Zach Cabral. We are sitting in the studio from 8 to 12. We have a 4-hour session for the new album.
Go all the time. You have never stopped.
Well, that's the thing. A body in motion stays in motion. So if I were to chill right after the show and relax for a moment, that's it. Billy's down for the night. It's done. But if I get up from here, grab my guitar, pack it up, snag 2 Mountain Dews, a Jolt Cola, and hit the car real quick, and I'll be there real fast.
Can you not do that, please?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't really need that. I do have some barbecue ribs in front of me that I haven't been able to finish yet, but they are calling my name, and they're delicious.
I had barbecue chicken. Must be a night for barbecue. It's calling my name.
It's always a night for barbecue.
That glass of wine that I poured, I'm like, I can't drink that till the show's over. Because I don't want to be like all.
I won't drink another Mountain Dew. I won't. I'll bring water with me. I will bring water with me.
I got the wine.
Water.
Water and wine. It's like Jesus is right here. The water, the wine.
Just let
the long hair.
Let it down.
When are you cutting that hair?
It's
long enough now.
Is it long enough for donation? I don't know how long it has to be. I'm not 100%.
That's really long.
When I straighten it out, it gets pretty long. So donation is what I'm going for. I just want to be able to donate it, and then I'll go back short and I'll grow it out again.
I like it when it's short because I feel like you have such a lovely face.
A lovely,
I like to
thank
see
you,
that
Tracy
face.
Perry.
With the hair, it's like you just see the hair.
You have a lovely face.
On,
that's why Bill has no hair, because you want to see his lovely face.
Is that it?
I get it.
Is that the reason?
Oh my God.
He is wonderful, and I'm sorry he can't be here tonight, but he's out doing a show, you know?
Yeah. Oh, dude, he never stops either.
He does not stop.
It's the Bills.
It's something, man.
You have a short-haired Bill and a long-haired Bill in your life, both entertainers. Tracy, you know what you're doing. You're a smart woman.
I just needed my 2 Bills. That's it.
She's like, I'm
third
done.
Would be too many. Too many.
I just need 2.
Just 2.
I'm good. See, it's a good thing as you become an adult, we, ladies and gentlemen, we learn our limits. We know it's like, man, we push it all the way to the precipice just before it's about to snap, and we dial it down just a little tiny bit. Just a little tiny bit. Petition to bring back the Billy K mustache.
Hell no. Hells no.
On that note, was there anything else you wanted to share with us, Tracy? I want to give you the floor. Make sure you have a happy and fulfilled heart.
I'm good. I think this was awesome. And again, thank you so much for letting me sub in for my hubby, which I know that he would have been able to talk more about Mensa, but let's just not kid ourselves. This is a little more entertaining than he would be.
I mean, Bill's a beautiful man, but Tracy.
He really.
I couldn't even put you on the billboard. They denied the billboard. Nope, she's too hot.
I understand. I've heard it before.
Wouldn't happen. I'm surprised Facebook hasn't shut this bitch down. Graphic displays of beautiful women gone. We've taken away. That's it.
Well, thank you again for having me. I look forward
to
seeing you at the show on Friday and doing.
I'll be there at 8 o'clock.
Hopefully you can do the
third annual KitchenKillaz presentation at the Mensa convention, and then we're doing a reading of the next day of Delicious Corpse, which is going to be absolutely fantastic.
Corpse right there, people. There's the script.
Now, if you guys know this, it is a tiny little throwback. Corpus delicti was one of the lines that was said in Covetous Sin, the murder of Edgar Allan Poe, and then we translated it during the play and found out it literally translates into A Delicious Corpse, which has now become the sequel to Covetous Sin, the murder of Edgar Allan Poe. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, when you find your flow, you just stay in it, baby. That's it. You just keep doing what you're doing. You got a seat at the table. Give the people that's what it's all about, supply and demand. So KitchenKillaz is playing more shows because people are demanding it. Tracy Perry may be hosting a guided meditation because we will move the people. They will demand it. I'll talk to you soon, Tracy Perry. Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, love. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.
Bye, everybody.
Love.